Hello, my whimsical beauties. This is Tanya from Tanya's Beauty Box, and I am here for another video. Now, I put out a couple of shorts recently where I was kind of teasing you about about a video that was going to be coming up. And this is it. So, one reference Ipsy, and the other one reference a new brand that I've come across. Okay, so we're gonna do the Ipsy thing first. Now with Ipsy, I used to get a lot. I used to get like two Ipsy bags, two Ipsy mid tiers, and every once in a while I would go for the icon box depending upon who curated it or whatever. I don't think they do the like celebrity curators anymore for the icon or whatever the Xbox, whatever it is now. But yeah, I was heavily into getting those boxes, the Allure, the Walmart Beauty Box, which I still get. What else? BoxyCharm. So I was getting BoxyCharm and Ipsy at one point, and then FabFitFun, and what else? I got Birch for a while till they started acting crazy. I stopped Allure when they went up to $23. I'm like, I'm paying this for these little B samples for $23, but now they're giving out bigger samples and they're giving out YSL lippies. Now that I'm not receiving it anymore, but I'm not getting back on the sub box train. I'm going to keep my little Walmart box because that's like $9 every quarter or every season. So you get a winter, spring, summer, and fall box, and they're pretty good. For I mean, it's only $10, and that keeps me um, still getting a sub box, but I live vicariously through those that get sub boxes religiously. And most of the time, I'm not feeling like I'm missing out on anything, especially with Ipsy, because even though I no longer subscribe to the boxes, I still get access to the Mega Drop Shop. So I just go in there every once in a while, poke around, fill up a cart, and come back a week later and find out that some of the stuff just sold out, and then go back and put some more stuff in there. It's like shopping without the spending. So I just stick it in the cart, and every once in a while I pull a trigger. Well, this is one of the times I pull the trigger. So although I showed you an Ipsy bag, there was no Ipsy subscription products in it. So let's get to it. From Ipsy, because I was a former member, I still have access to the Mega Drop Shop, as I was saying. And I went in and I had a cart full of crap. I sure did. And then stuff started selling out, and I would rethink certain things. And one of the blushes that I showed in my, I don't know if I'm repeat myself, but one of the blushes I showed in, I think it's like you got me blushing or something like that. It's the title of the video. It'll be in my show and tell. This is going to be a show and tell video. Um, the Say blush cream bronzer, like a blush bronzer in bronze something, bronzeberry or something like that. I got the refill for $20. The compact itself was 28. I opted just to get the refill. That I have a magnetic palette, but on Ipsy, had I just scroll through Ipsy, they have the actual. It's a compact. I think it's the entire compact for $12. So if you saw that product on my channel when I showed it to you, and you were interested, you can get the compact for $12 off the Ipsy Mega Drop Shop if you were a current or former Ipsy box sub customer, or on Shopify or Shop Pay, whatever the heck it is, on Shop. They have the refill for 20 and the whole compact for 28 if you don't have access to the Ipsy. And there are four shades, but Ipsy only has two of the four shades available that have not sold out. And one of them a couple of days ago was the bronze when I last checked, and I had to stop myself from getting a replacement because I figured I would get it with the compact and then put the one that you know, and then keep one in the and then switch it out because it's refillable. And I said, no, I haven't even touched the first one yet. But so I'm using my noggin. I'm using my noggin not to just buy things because it's on sale or it's pretty. Well, some things I say that. These bangs, I went and I did some organization of all my stuff, wigs and stuff, and I found 3 unopened bags of wigs. And this is Talia. I think she's a sensational wig, and I have to get used to these. I haven't worn bangs in quite a while, and the good thing about bangs is this: um, you have to do your brows. They're basically hidden with the bangs, except for this side. There you go. Um, they're basically hidden so you can get away with not, doing your actual brows. But I digress. Let's get into what I ordered. So I have one of the very few Danessa Myricks products I got. I do have the blurring the blurring balm powder. I have that in 8. I need 8.5, but when I bought it, it didn't have 8.5, so I got it in 8. But I barely use it, so no point in getting. I do want the radiant one because I have dry to normal to dry skin. I do want the radiant one though, but I haven't used the full size of the tinted one. So see, using my noggin, not just buying stuff. And then I think I got like 3 of the uh, blushes. I think I got Jubilee, Rose and Brunch, and something else. Maybe something else, but definitely Jubilee and Rose and Brunch. And now I have one of her. I don't have any of her palettes. Those I forget the name of the palettes. I don't have none of her palettes, but I did get this Color Fix Foils Waterproof Liquid Glitter Pigment Multi-Use Makeup for eyes, face, and lips. And you know how with the other videos I was kind of like looking off to the side. My crazy just behind finally figured out I could just transfer this screen to the screen that has the camera sitting on it. So I'm not doing this. I mean, like doing this, but then trying to see myself. I can. It only takes me a minute. It just takes me a minute to figure things out. Like when I get in here, uh, September of 2025. So it only took me till now to figure out that I could move the camera screen to the screen that has the camera on it. Using that noggin. Okay, now this is in the shade Milky Way. And you're gonna open, I'm gonna open it with you. Because I haven't on, I just broke the seal. And I hope, oh crap. That's pretty. It's, I was hoping it'd be more silvery, but it looks to be more of like a gold, like a mixture of silver and gold together. And it's very washed out for you guys, but it's pretty. The packaging is pretty, and I think this is like $10. I think they go for more than 20. I'm going to do a swatch that has Milky Way on the bottom, and let's see. Oh, and Milky Way on so it's on the lid and on the actual packaging. It says Milky Way, but you can't see that, and it says shake well. Oh, it's moving in there. I thought it'd be more like a cream. Let's see. That's the applicator. I'm gonna put a little bit here. Ooh, I'm gonna put a lot there. How about that? And it's pretty. It's like like a liquid gold. Oh yeah. They only had a couple of colors like this, but that's pretty. I like it. And it's nice and opaque as well. You can't really see my skin through it too much. Very slight scent to no scent. Looking for paper towel. But yeah, on of course stuff don't look the same as it does on the computer, but it looked like it had more silver in it. What I should have did is I know you guys do this too. When you see something on a site and it doesn't really explain what it is, the color or whatever, go to the actual brand site and then look up the description of the color. But this isn't bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, it does have some silver glitters in here, so I think that'd be cute. Like my shirt. Look at it, it's pretty. Okay. So we'll put that back. Then, also from Ipsy, I think I've heard of this brand before. I don't know, but maybe you guys have too. This is the Ashanta Sharif or Sheriff Beauty Unicorn 2 palette. It's a glitter and matte eyeshadow palette. Now, I don't think I've seen the first one, the Unicorn 1. But this was on the Ipsy site. I believe this was 15. No, I paid $15.90 for everything. So maybe this was 10 and this was 5. Yeah, that was $15.90 for everything. So it looks the exact same on the inner packaging as it does on the outer. Very minimal, very basic. And here she is. Now she looked different on the website, but it's still pretty. It has a mirror. And these are the colors. These looked, for whatever reason, these shades over here, no, good God. These shades over here look like more in a blue family online. So when I opened it up, I had to go and look back on the site. I was like, what the hell? But they're like berry tones, browns. But look at those glitters. That is so pretty. I haven't touched this at all. But I'll stay in frame. They are so pretty. So some glitters are very gritty, or some have so much of the base that like gel base or Vaseline base that it melts right off. So we're gonna put our finger in here and see what this does. I'm kind of scared. Gritty. And nothing's coming off. All right, so I guess you gotta dig a little bit. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. They messed up to how pretty it is real quick. And we're gonna put that next to this. Then that's a Myrix situation. And I'll put it all in there. It's pretty though. Yeah. Ooh wee. That's probably gonna be hell. Like if you put it on your eye, what am I doing? You put it on your eye or something. Well, of course, it's supposed to go on your eye. Probably hell. You probably glitter all over your face. Um, it's pretty though, and that's what it looks like after I kind of dug in it a little bit. I want to try this straight up gold. And I do have like some silicone eye brushes, like shadow brushes. I've never really used them because I didn't really ever need to. So we're gonna put this here. Ooh, look at that. Now that's pretty. Do a nice outfit or something, or you just want some bling, just put some of that on. A nice liner. No, you don't have to do too much of nothing. That could be a one and done. I'm having fun now. And let's do this red. Dang, I don't want to come off my thing. Yeah, this is going to be a mess. This would probably be a great palette for the Christmas. And I also want that Christmas palette. I can't remember the name of the company. But that Christmas palette is so pretty. Let's do this red here. I got to figure this out. Okay. Okay, that's going to really feel like nothing's going to come off of here. Really, ooh. And it is smushy. I just dumped my finger in there. O-M to the G. Yeah. So that's probably why they have these bases, those regular colors down there to, yeah. Because usually it's like I say, this doesn't have a lot of that Vaseline base to it, so it's basically all glitter. But that's a pro and a con. It's a pro because you actually get the color of the glitter, but it's a con because it doesn't have enough of the base to help it transfer and stick. So when you place this where it stick to, it doesn't, it doesn't glide or anything. Although the best one was that gold situation. So let's try the actual, see that big old dip in there? Let's try the actual shadow. They don't have names or anything. This is nice and smooth. And let's go here. Now that's the one that was above the red. So it's supposed to be like complementary to the color, the glitter color. No, but I just had to have it. I had to have it. I don't know why, but I had to have it. So that's that. That's what I got from Ipsy. So no, I didn't go back down the rabbit hole and get an Ipsy subscription again. It's got a couple of things off the Mega Drop Shop, and that's what I'll use Ipsy for. If there's something on there, great deal, that I've always wanted, or need to re-up on something, or want to try something, then I'll just go to Ipsy. So, next, this is a brand I found on ShopPay, or whatever they call it themselves, and it's called Pretty Evil. Now, when I saw it was on sale, I was like, oh, I should have got it. And it's a color story that I don't naturally gravitate to, but it was something about maybe the way it was arranged or just the colors themselves. But I don't typically gravitate to these. I like the selection of colors. I wouldn't necessarily have put them in a palette together, but they did, and it worked for me. I kept going back and looking at it back and looking at it back. So I figured at that point I just wanted it. So I just got it. And again, the brand is called Pretty Evil. And this is a collab with Ice Nine Kills. And it is the Welcome to Horrorwood. Has anybody seen this palette before or heard of this brand? So I'm going to assume this is like what could be called an indie brand. And this is an eyeshadow palette made in the USA. And they know you can't read them tiny lettering for the ingredients. They just put that on there to mess with you because you can't read that. So let's get into this bad boy. And it's called Welcome to Horrorwood. The packaging is the same on the front. Well, not the same. This kind of tripped me out. However, apparently Peter's cross, one of Jesus's disciples, is the upside down cross. So it doesn't necessarily mean what it's been inferred to mean. Like in horror movies, the upside down cross is supposed to be reminiscent of, like, evil and the devil and Satan and all that Lucifer stuff. However, Peter asked not to be crucified like Jesus. He didn't feel worthy, so he got crucified upside down. And that is Peter's cross. So it does not have the connotation that we think that maybe some of us thought. I'm not saying everybody didn't know that, but my son happened to bring that up to me because I looked at it. I was like, uh-oh. Because this was not, they didn't show the front of the palette or anything like that. They just showed the inside. So I didn't know that it was going to have the symbol on here or on the packaging that I did in the little short in the teaser. It was like a little, like the seal was this. And I was like, oh. Uh-oh. I mean, I knew it said pretty evil, and it does say well, horror wood, but I don't even know if it said that. Like I said, it showed us the inside of the palette. And I only know it's pretty evil because that's the brand. So when I purchased it, that's what popped up. And then this says for psychos only, for the most skull crushing, razor splitting, debauchery ridden music of all time. No one 3 and under admitted. That's what that is. This little thing. I'm gonna get my life together and figure out how to hold this crap. Now, this is, I guess this is like a face on the back. Yeah, because when I had it so close to my face, I couldn't even really tell what the frick that was. But now that I got it mirrored in the situation, there's a face. And I like horror movies, so this doesn't freak me out or anything like that. I know they aren't real. I know you're supposed to guard your eye gates and your ear gates and all that. But yeah, I don't feel like it's doing anything to me. And then that has a nice size mirror. At the top of the mirror, it says, "Are you misunderstood?" At the bottom of the mirror, it says, "Are you more bad than good?" In the fold of the palette, it says, "Pretty Evil Collab Ice 9 Kills." And this is the palette. Isn't that super duper freaking fracker cute? O to the M to the G. Look at that. If I can hold it straight. And I don't, like I said, I like the colors individually. It's just nothing I would have put in a palette. The names are Broken Bones, Dust to Dust, Horrorwood, A Great Mistake, Caution Tape. That's that first line there. The second row, we have Coffin, Silver Scream, Blunt Force, Chianti, Bloodlust. And at the bottom, Love Bites, Room 237, Axe to Grind, Wood Chipper, and Rigor Mortis. Do you see this? How freaking cute is this palette? And it was $21. Originally $42. But I caught the sucker when it was on sale, like around Memorial Day. True to color a little washed out, but basically true to color. And I have not swatched it. I have looked at it though. Have not swatched it. Um, it was just I just wanted it, and I don't know why. I think it's pretty. It's definitely out the box or out the norm for anything I would have purchased. And I think this blue is like popping out a little bit. I just like it. It's out my comfort zone. And I think that's why I was drawn to it. I don't readily know what this is. I can do a smoky look here. I even got a brown. Um, do a nice little look with these. Maybe incorporate a brown or something. I got some golds here. A green. You can never go wrong with a green. Maybe even put those together. Find something to do with this pop of blue. I don't know what to do. It's not a white. It looks like a grayed out white, like a dove white. If you know what that color is, like a gray underbase, so it's not straight up white. But let's see what it feels like. 'Cause I'm hoping the formula is pretty good. Let's go into. It's so pretty. I'm gonna go into Silver Scream. Ooh, smooth. Now this happens to be like a metallic or satin. Let's find a matte. Let's go into Gray Mistake. Very smooth. That's a matte. And I think they're just matte, so maybe no glitters. So satins, and then let's do this grayed out white. Why not? I probably never use this though. So that's that. And let's see. Pretty good. And it showed up. It's hard doing this. It's hard out here for my makeup enthusiast. So, okay, there. There's my crazy eye. So the color, opacity is good. Smooth going on. I like it. And that's basically all I wanted to show y'all today. That I got a couple new goodies and they aren't blush. So give me a hand for that. Aren't blush. It doesn't mean that blush might not be coming. If I find a blush that I like, it won't. But yeah, I just wanted to show this. Try to get this glitter. Glitter don't want to. Well, it will stick. Those okay. You gotta really rub to get this glitter off. I got glitter all over my bed. Oh, and then the last few videos I had done, I was talking about the fact that I was going to be moving to a different office. Well, my boss decided she no longer wanted to move over there, so we will be staying right where we are, which is good for me because now I mean, even though I will still have my own office. It was like a double office of sorts that they split into two, and I was about to share that with my boss. She's cool, whatever, but you know, when you have your own space, it's different than having a partition. It's it's just different. It's actual. No, it's not gonna be an actual wall there. Although she would have a door and I have my own entrance or whatever, but it just a little too close. Comfort, need a little privacy. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I want to show you. This don't want to come off. And yeah, check out Pretty Evil Cosmetics. Of course, you know where to find Ipsy, Ipsy.com. Yeah, and if you think this was a cute palette just like I did, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I know I've been buying and showing, but not using and using. Well, that's going to change because I've been reorganizing my makeup so that I could have it more organized and cohesive so that I can get better use out of it and start using it. So, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my playlist, check out my other videos. Yeah, and I'll see you soon.